Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 32 of What's That Pepper series. Today I have a very beautiful pod that I've been dying to try. This is probably one of the most anticipated pod of the season. I have a few more of the similar ones, but you see how much difference they are in the video. I'll record a little short clip and show you. But this is the StarrRacha Hornet, and the reason for that is because of this crazy stinger here, and all of the fruits on this plant, a majority of them look just like this. So it's very nice and crazy. I'm a little bit scared of this one. So let's take a look at the plant and then we'll come back. I'll cut this open and then we'll have a test at it. Okay guys, here is what the StarrRacha Hornet looks like, and the reason they're called a Hornet is because they have crazy looking stingers, and all of them look like that. The tree was very nice and big, but there was a few pest problems, so I started to pick off some of the leaves, but it's recovering very well and it's producing very beautiful fruit. So a lot of them are ready, so let's go around and I'll show you some of them and then we'll pick one to try. So the first one here, look at this guy here. Little nice stinger there. Some of the other ones are also ready. See, they all have sort of like a strange looking tail. This one is a little round. So they changed into all types of different colors. Green to a lighter green, a little orange, red, and then deep red. So let's look at the stinger ones. Look at this. See that hornet right there? All of them are like this on this branch. So here's another one. See there? The stinger. And look at this crazy one here. See that hornet stinger? So we'll go ahead and pick this one out. This is a really good pheno, and I will be saving seeds for this. So we'll pick one off. Beautiful fruit. Alright, so we'll go inside and try it out. Okay guys, before we go inside, I thought I'll give you a quick look at the other phenos that I will be doing this upcoming videos, and they're also StarrRacha, so check out the difference. You see that one there? Very nice and large. This one is the Hornet, and that one I gotta come up with a name for that, but it's a beautiful pepper pod. All of the one on this tree look like this because last year I grew these seeds from the parent plant, and the parent pod looks just like that. So I have a ton of pictures. If you guys want to see it, I'll link you guys. So here's the difference. Stinger and very nice large pods. See there? Some of them very wrinkly. And that one there is almost ready. Here's some more. Okay, and here is the other pheno that I selected. So I have a total of 3, and let me show you why I selected this one. See that one there? And let me see the comparison. This one is a hornet looking, and that's the one right there. That's my favorite pheno there. So this is gonna be a very nice one. And the shirt I'm wearing, the pepper on it looks just like this, and that is the parent of this one. So let me show you a few more that looks pretty crazy. Look at this. See that there? It does have some off ones just like the other one, but for the most part it does have the shape that I want. See there? And this one here. Some crazy one over here. Check this one out. See, most of the pot on this plant looks just like that. See that? So this is the plant number 1. This is plant number 2. And then here's another one here. Look at this one. It has 4 lobes. That's the type of phenos that I like. And then look at that one, it just grows upward. And some of the smaller fruits are looking really cool and crazy. Look at this one. See that? So most of them on here are about the same, looking like that. Very beautiful. So my prize plant right there. Okay, we'll go inside and test out this one. Alright guys, here is the StarrRacha Hornet. A very beautiful pod, looking crazy with this stinger hook. It's like a hook to me. And as I mentioned earlier, the entire tree, majority of the fruits look like this. So it has a really pretty smooth skin for the most part, and a little wrinkly on this end here. Crazy hook there. Not a very large pod, but usually when pods are not large and they look like this, they're much hotter than the larger ones. So the size of the pod really doesn't tell you about the heat. You just have to test it and try it out yourself. So if you have not seen the StarrRacha F1, I actually only showed one pheno in the past, but I selected a few to grow out, and each of them surprisingly look very different. So this one is one of my favorite ones. So let's go ahead and cut this open, and then I will show you what it looks like inside. Just picked this, very nice and firm, so it's also very fresh. So we'll try to cut it down the middle. Remember guys, always wear gloves. I always say that, but I keep forgetting. So there is the inside. I can smell the heat from here already. Very small placenta, surprisingly. Well, it's not a very large pod in general. Decent sized wall, little thin, good amount of seeds. Let's have a smell of this. Man, it just smells hot. You know, sometimes you get a really nice sweet smell that's kind of fruity. This one, it smells really hot. I mean, I'm probably a little afraid of this one. Has a little sweetness. So we're gonna cut a little bit and then we'll try. And as always, the hottest part of the pepper is this section right here, where the placenta is and the seeds are attached. The seeds are really not hot. They really have no heat at all, but because they are attached to the oil gland, so some of the oil will rub off on the seeds, and that's what makes the seeds hot. So let's try it out. Alright guys, here is the StarrRacha Hornet. This is the F2 of my StarrRacha, one of the phenotypes that I selected. As I mentioned, I have a total of 3 different shapes and sizes, and I selectively bred them differently. They're actually from the same parent plants. But it's the process of selective breeding for me. After the very first generation, you can go crazy with selecting the types of pods that you like to grow out. And you should always grow multiple trees, because the different trees or plants, you might call it, may produce different type of fruit. So to get the best one, always grow like 3 at the minimum, and then you can go in it and select in the second generation the best looking ones across them all, and then that's what you want to grow out. You want to select it based on shape, size, colors, taste, heat, whatever you like. Those are a little bit difficult because you're gonna have to try them all. So breeding plants is very tough. So those guys that are doing these things on a larger scale for sale, I mean, those guys, give props to them, because it's very hard work. Wow, it smells really, really hot. I get a little bit of the sweetness, but it just smells hot, like Reminds me of like a 7-pot. 7-pot has really good hot smell. I mean, it just smells really, really hot. Wow. When you smell a pepper, you can tell how hot it is just by sniffing it. So all the seeds are in there. I'm not gonna eat the entire thing as always, because I just want to eat enough to give you a sense of how much heat it is. My tolerance is pretty low, but you don't have to eat the whole pot to tell how hot it is. Because if you do eat the whole pot, it would be a lot hotter. So I'm just gonna try a very small piece at the very tip of this, and that should be enough for me. Okay. Nice thick wall, sweet. Wow, very sweet. Heat is coming on. I can tell the heat is building. But okay, now it's just hit my throat as soon as I swallow it. Wow. It's a very slow build. Not much on the tongue. Now it's starting to kick in. It's a very slow build. Wow. A lot of people that watch me, they said that my face can't lie when it comes to heat. Oh my God. Salivating. Wow, it's a very slow build. Oh. Man, my throat is... I haven't eaten that many pot this year yet. Wow, this thing is hot. Oh, my throat is on fire. Wow. Oh my God. That is a hot one. It's slow, it builds very slow. My ear. I kind of forgot what I was trying to say. Wow. In all the videos that I've done, I haven't eaten one that my ear hurt this bad. Wow. My throat, there's a piece of fire right here. Oh. Sweat through my head. That's when you know that I'm eating a really hot pepper, when my head's starting to sweat. Wow. Man, I can't imagine eating that whole pot. It's starting to die down a bit. But all the heat is still right here. It's starting to fade, but it seems to stick. Be careful, because once they get really hot, you get overwhelmed with heat and then you forget. Then you rub your face after touching it. And that wouldn't be a very good thing. Wow. Man, I forgot what I was trying to say. I think I'm gonna have stomach cramp after this. Wow. For a second there, I thought I had blurred vision. Whew. Definitely the hottest one I've had so far. The Red Ghost was pretty up there. That one was a slow build, just like this one. Man, I hate those slow building one, because you thought you're fine, and then all of a sudden it just bam. And then you forgot what you were thinking about. Whew. That was a good few minutes. It's still very hot right here, but it's manageable now. Okay. That was a hot one. As I mentioned, my tolerance is very low, so when I say it's very hot, it's probably just average heat for a lot of the experts. Anyway, I ate that small. It's a good piece, but it's not that big. And I didn't even go towards the placenta down there. Initial, when you take a bite, very nice and crunchy. At the tip, it's very thick because, you know, all the wrinkled part all pushed together. So you have a lot of meat there. Good amount of fluid, juice, crunchy, sweet immediately. It's a very sweet pod for something this hot. So you get all this sweet flavor. Reminds me very much of the 7 pod taste, except it's a little bit sweeter. Probably from the Scotch Bonnet. And then you feel a little bit of the heat. It builds very slow, as you can see in the video. I talked for a little bit before the heat's starting to kick, and then all of a sudden it just attacks everywhere, but mainly the throat area. The tongue, you get a little bit numbness of the tongue, but it doesn't have that full mouth burn like some of the pod, like the Ghost. But as soon as you swallow, it seems like the oil gets stuck all around here, and it burns really, really bad right here. So initially I wanted to breed this variety for hot sauce. I like the sweetness, and I wanted more heat from the Scotch Bonnet. And I didn't want to grow 2 varieties because I don't have a lot of space sometimes. So that's the reason why I mix this up, so that I can create one pod that is just, you know, the tobos, the total set for both, for hot sauce. Definitely not recommend for eating raw, although it tastes very good. If you can handle small pieces at a time, you probably like this one here. You like the adrenaline of spiciness. I think I'm gonna infuse my vodka with this year. I still have 2 bottles. I mean, those things are just so hot that I only can drink a little bit at a time. So after a year, I still have a whole bunch of it left. And a lot of my friends, there's only a few that dare try it with me. But anyway, man, that is a good pepper. Good as in it tastes good. A little bit more heat than I wanted. It's actually too much heat for me to eat. But yeah, it's going on F2 now, so the seeds there would be going to F3. I'm gonna separate these because the Hornet would be grown purely by itself, and then the larger pod will be grown separately, and then the rounder one with the tail, that's my favorite one. And that is the pepper on this shirt here that I showed you. So overall, I'm very, very happy about this cross, and I'm actually pretty proud of it. I'm the only one that have seeds right now. I may stabilize it further and then distribute it to some friend to grow out. because it's a very, very good pepper for hot sauce. And possibly for those that like to eat it raw or love really, really spicy stuff. My tongue is all numb right now. So, but the heat is completely gone. Anyway, thank you for watching. I have more of these videos coming in the future, so stay tuned and have a great day. Thanks for watching.